So let's just talk about the max stack. So the max stack is a stack and it is used to retrieve the maximum element in constant O1 time. Alongside also we can perform push operation, we can perform the pop operation, perform the peek operation, and also we have the getMax to get the maximum value in constant O1 time. So let's just see the approach behind the max stack. So here we need two stacks. One is the main stack for storing all the elements, and another one is the max stack. Here we're gonna store only the maximum value at each level. So we need to have one main stack and another max stack. So this is our main stack and this is our max stack. Now whenever we perform the push operation, we're just gonna push the value directly into the main stack, but we're gonna store only the maximum value in the max stack. So suppose we wanted to push the value 5, then we're gonna push that value directly in our main stack, but we're gonna compare this value with the maxStack.top and we're gonna store only the maximum of them into the max stack. So currently, because the max stack is empty, so we're just gonna simply put that value here also. Now if we push another value 2, so the 2 will be pushed in the main stack, but we have to find the maximum value of the value 2 and the maxStack.top, which is 5. So maximum of these two values will be pushed into the max stack, so we have to push the value 5. Now in case of the pop operation, we have to pop values from both of these stacks. So if we perform the pop, so we have to remove values from the main stack and also from the max stack. Now in case of the getMax, we're gonna return the maxStack.top value. So if we call the getMax function to get the max value, we're just gonna simply return the maxStack.top value, because this value is the maximum value at each level. Because of this, we can get the maximum element in constant time. So here is our stack. So this is the main stack where we're gonna store all the values, and this is the max stack where we're gonna only store the maximum values at each level. And here we have the top pointer, which is initially pointing to -1. So here we have the push operation to push elements in the stack. So first of all, we're gonna check if the stack is full or not. If the stack is full, then we're gonna print stack overflow and then we're gonna return. Otherwise, we're gonna store that value in our main stack, and also we have to update the max stack also. For that, first of all, we're gonna check if the top is 0 or not. So if the top is pointing to this 0th index, that means our max stack is empty. So in that case, we don't have to perform any comparison to find the maximum. We can just simply put that value in our max stack. Otherwise, if the max stack previously had some values, so in that case we have to perform the comparison. So we're gonna compare those two values and the maximum of them will be stored at the top of the max stack. So that is in case of the push operation. Now in case of the pop operation, we're just gonna check if our stack is empty or not. If the stack is not empty, then we're gonna get the stack top value. We're gonna store in a variable popped. Then we're gonna reduce the top pointer. So that means the top pointer in both the stacks will be reduced to remove the topmost element, and then we're gonna return the popped element from the main stack top. And after that, we have this peek operation. If the stack is empty, then we're gonna print stack is empty and then we're gonna return. Otherwise, if the stack is not empty, then we're gonna return the main stack top value. That means this main stack's top value will be returned whenever we call this peek function. And here we have the important getMax function. So this function will return the maximum value that is available in our stack. So first of all, we're gonna check if our stack is empty or not. If the stack is empty, then we're gonna print stack is empty and then we're gonna return. Otherwise, we're gonna return the maxStack.top value. So we have to return this maxStack.top value because this is the maximum value at this level. So if we perform the push operation and if we push the value 5, so currently because both of the stacks are empty, so this 5 will be pushed in both of the stacks. and the top pointer of both the stacks will be updated. Now if we push another value 2, so the 2 will be pushed in the main stack, and then we have to compare 2 with this maxStack.top value, and we're gonna push the maximum of those two values in the max stack. So the maximum value is 5, so we're gonna push this in the max stack. And also we can push the value 8, so the 8 will be pushed in the main stack, and the maximum of the 8 and 5 will be pushed in the max stack. So here also we are gonna push the 8, and the top pointer will also be updated. Similarly, we can push the value 1, so the 1 will be pushed in the main stack, and the maximum of 1 and this 8 will be pushed in the max stack. So the maximum is 8, so the 8 will be pushed in the max stack. And let's now push the value 10, so the 10 will be pushed in the main stack, and the maximum of the 10 and this 8 will be pushed in the max stack. So the maximum is 10, so the 10 will be pushed in the max stack. So this way we can perform all the push operation. So here we have pushed all the values in the stack. Let's now print the max value. So we have to call the getMax function. So if we call the getMax function, so this function will return the maxStack.top value. That means it will return this maxStack.top value, which is 10. So you can see the maximum value is 10. So let's now pop the top value from both of the stacks. So we're gonna call the pop function. So if we perform the pop operation, so the pop will remove element from both the stacks. So it will remove the top element from the main stack and also from the max stack, and it will return the main stack top value. So we should get the output 10. So here the popped value is 10. So that means these values will be removed from both the stacks and the top pointer will be updated. So now if we call the getMax function to get the max value in the stack, so this function will return the maxStack.top value. So it should return the value 8. So here we're calling the getMax function again. So you can see we're getting the output as 8. So this 8 is the maximum value at this level. So this is the way we can use the max stack to get the maximum value in our stack in constant O1 time. So hope you understand the concept. See you in the next one. Take care.